All right, welcome back everyone to this week's episode of Album Club.
Live.
It is the season finale. It's the moment you've all been waiting for, our official ranking of all the albums we've done thus far.
We've talked about it like almost every episode. And you
Yeah.
should have listened to all these by now.
Yeah.
And if you haven't, stop this, go back,
hmm
listen to them. As long as you haven't listened to it, come back.
Anyway, I'm D Sharp,
Okay, way to cut me off.
and that's the statistician, aka Evan Newton, aka Fax Man.
Yeah, don't call me fat. It's facts, man.
Yeah.
Be clear with that.
Yeah. So we went through the very complicated process of trying to organize and sort our thoughts on every album we've listened to, comparing it to all of them.
It was hard.
Yeah,
Dan is good, I am evil. He brings the bad albums, I bring the good.
yeah. Um, I mean, we tried to rank them at the end of the episodes, the beginning. If
It's
you've
got too
listened
much.
since then, but after a while, it would just take up too much time.
Yeah, after episode 10, and we're like, what were the first 5 that we did? We
Yeah.
decided we would just do this after we got to this mark. So here we are.
Mhm.
Last week's, our finale was You Won't Get What You Want by Daughters.
Yeah.
That was number 25. Just to make sure, we said this at the end of the last episode. We will not be including, if you can see here on the visual, won't be including Ouch by Matt Watson. Or, what's that one called?
A Crow Looked at Me by Mount Eerie.
That one, it's lost. That episode is lost forever.
Mhm.
Probably, which is a good thing, because that was not a good episode, and it's a little too personal for us to rank it without feeling, like POSs. So,
Yeah. Also, as Evan mentioned, there is a visual component to this episode. It's, up on YouTube. It'll be linked in our on our Twitter if you want to find it there. It should be in the description of the podcast as well. But we'll try to do our best to make it as audio centric as possible.
it's true, that's
and then have
important.
this as a little
It's
bonus.
true.
So let's get into the process a bit of how we decided to rank this.
Do you want me to? You got this?
Yeah. So we talked about at the end of last episode, but if you haven't had a chance to listen, we did a spreadsheet with kind of numerical values, and then we took the raw data from there and used that to sort our thoughts and put into the tier list here.
Makes it sound really smart when you put it like that.
Yeah, it's like the Oscars, a very complicated process. There's a whole panel of people.
It's just you and me, but we are the best to ever do it. That's
Mhm.
why they give us this title of Album Club.
Yeah. So there's 5 categories we ranked each album by, that being presentation, experience, composition, lyricism, and replayability. Presentation, that's just like the ordering of the songs, how it works as an album. Um, just kind of general things like that.
Intros and outros, like
Yeah.
openings and finales, take a big deal in this one. That
Yeah.
kind of we've complained about orders. If something doesn't flow right, that has a lot to do with presentation.
Yeah. And then experience, that's just kind of like whether you, it was a more like positive experience listening, whether you thought like how, what was the,
What Astro Lounge?
yeah,
How you-
no, like what was the definition for experience?
Experience was just that's supposed to be non-biased. Like as a whole, like did it invoke an emotion on you? Is it fun? Like the last album we did, Dan has it highly ranked, I'm sure, because of it conveys, the creepiness, the agony. Even if it's not your thing, you're still supposed to rank it by the experience as a whole. Even if it's not your music, that's how you're supposed to rank it by.
Yeah.
Composition is the next one.
Yeah, so then composition, that's just kind of like the instrumental backing of the track. Also like how the singer delivers the lyrics. Like the varying of songs, like how different songs sound.
Also,
that
like
plays a big role.
this will come into play, but a reason I've ranked one of the albums so high in here is because the artists, they change it up a lot, but they do it pretty well. We harped on Astro Lounge for trying different things and not executing. That's part of composition, kind of the skill involved with it too.
Yeah, and then lyricism, that's pretty straightforward. Just whether or not you thought the lyrics on each song um, were, good, conveyed emotions well, had something interesting to say. Um, and then finally, replayability. That is the only one that's scaled differently. And that's just whether or not you would sit down and listen to the album all the way through again. And that's just 0 to 2, while the rest of them are 1 to 5. Well, 0 to 5.
And we didn't. There is a hint of bias in our own personal rankings because even though we did make these numbers, they're not ranked. We would still go on our tier chart and change it around based on, I had a couple albums that I thought scored too high because I was going by how well they're built, but I didn't like them that much. And this is our listing of the day. But we're coming together to build the album club list. But for our own, that's probably we're going to argue a little bit because I moved some stuff down. I'm sure you moved some stuff up, down, whatever.
Yeah.
Um, because those numbers, like you said, the raw data just kind of just get a clear picture. So now we got to do the real thing.
Yeah. So we're just gonna go album by album, talk about where we ranked it, and then try to come to some sort of consensus.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah. So we're diving right into controversial takes with To Pimp a Butterfly.
We're going in order from the
Yeah.
very beginning to the end. That's why you had to have listened. To Pimp a Butterfly, you say.
hmm
I want to hear where you have it because I know where you have it.
Yeah, I put this as my best album. It was between
the best album just of anyone we listened to.
yeah,
You're a
the
joke,
number
Dan.
one.
You're a joke. Yeah. Why?
Like I do have some issues with this album. I think that there is nothing there's not really like a single off the album, but I think that since we're ranking them as albums, I think that it um is so well put together, is so has so much to say, is really well constructed, well composed. Um I don't know. I just think that it's really hard to fault the actual content, even if I don't think as there's a lot of singles off of it. I think it's just as a whole album, it's too good and beats out everything else.
Well, what's wild is we have two albums that kind of share the same thing on here, the same setup. We have this and College Dropout. One, I feel like executes it a little better than the other. The things in between. Uh, Items are slowing down your PC, Dan. Let's get to work on that, okay? Anyways, we have two different albums here. I have this one as a B, um, and I mostly knock it in the composition. I think it might be because, like you said, some of the singles have issues. I don't think a lot of the songs vary enough, and I just don't know if it hit as well. It definitely hit better than the College Dropout did, the way that it pulled everything off. But lyricism's good. I didn't enjoy the experience as much. I have also haven't listened to it since the beginning of time. I have this as a B, but I understand if we put this as an A because it's a good album.
Okay.
I just didn't feel as much, and I feel like we might be able to come to a consensus there on A.
Okay.
Because I don't know. I don't think that's the best album we reviewed, and we might have to revisit that once we get back. But
yeah, we can move them around a bit later.
All right, an A for To Pimp a Butterfly.
Yeah, and then in each tier we're going by like the ordering as which is better than the other. So like the far left of the tier for the visual component would be better than anything in the same tier to the right of it.
Man, what a trucker. All right, I can start the next one off. The second one is Kanye's best album, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, which always mess up the name. I have this one at a 19 or in my A tier. Where do you have this?
I have it as a B.
Okay, why? I'm surprised you knocked this one because I have this one fours all the way across except for composition and a 5 because of all the different types of songs it had.
Yeah. Well, a lot. I know that we've talked about this a couple times, but as time goes on, like the opinions of albums kind of change. Um, so when we first reviewed it, I really liked this album, but like as time goes on,
You watch your mouth, man.
I like
You
kind
watch your
of just
mouth.
falls
You watch your
from
mouth.
grace. um, I mean, there's still like a lot of good tracks. I think Runaway's good. I think the ending just kind of drags a bit when it's just him going.
Yeah, but you just skip past that part.
But that's not a good song. You shouldn't just skip.
The first part of the song is literally
Is elite. It's like the best song, but then like the second half is like okay.
I don't want to talk to you anymore. I quit. I'm
I
done.
don't know. And then like that's a real standout. The other tracks are all like fine. There's a couple other.
What do you mean?
Like, what is it?
Power,
Gorgeous is really
or
good.
isn't it?
Power is good.
Then there's the one about the Hell of a Life. There's
That one's fine.
Monster. There,
Monster's fine.
you back on my nerves.
Yeah, Double and New
All of
Dress
the
is fine.
lights.
All the lights is fine. The
So
rest of the songs are
appalled.
just fine.
Okay, well, most of the songs on To Pimp a Butterfly are fine. The only good one on there is King Kunta. And then We're Gonna Be All Right. We go be all right. That's it. You literally said it yourself. A lot of the things on there, there's issues with the songs. There's pretty much.
Not in that way. I just think that um, they play too much into each other, which I think is a benefit of the album. Whereas with My Dark Beautiful Twisted Fantasy, whatever, um, they're all just kind of singles. I think that it just doesn't go as far in certain aspects. I don't know. It's just like over time, it just kind of like it just loses grace for me every time. Like I hear, I don't know, Hell of a Life started to get on my nerves after a while. And like other tracks on there, I still think it's a good album. I mean, I place it as a B.
You place it as the last B. You almost have this album as a C. Like, don't even try to just like step back on your take.
Yeah,
You don't like this album anymore.
yeah.
I feel betrayed. This is the foundation of our entire show.
That is true. Yeah.
That was the first. Was that the first one we did? Yeah, that was the first one we did.
Yeah.
You're like, this is good. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know.
Um.
I put it. Can we put it as like an A and then see if it gets pushed down too far?
Okay.
Because
We'll
it's
put it as A for
still.
now.
It might not have aged well with you, but that's still one of the best like hip hop albums ever to everyone. Dan.
Fair. Okay. All right.
Got me riled up, and we got what 21 more albums to go. Oh my gosh!
All right. Teens of Denial. I have it as a B. Where do you have this one?
It's your best B. It is
Yeah.
my best C.
Okay.
The reason for that, I think that knocked it, was I wasn't a huge fan of the presentation of it. I didn't see anything special in it, and it has a 2 in presentation and experience. It didn't really evoke anything in me. It's a good album. I just don't think it's an album actually. I feel like saying good. I would place it in B if it was good, but you have it as a best B.
Yeah.
I would be okay with it being the worst B.
Okay.
Can we meet in the middle?
Yeah.
This is gonna be us meeting in
I'll
the
put
middle.
it. Yeah, I know that's the point. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Uh-oh. Oh.
Yeah. I mean, there's like. Yeah, this is a hot take. Yeah, Weezer got even more on my nerves than a Kanye. My Dark Beautiful.
Where is it on your list, Dan?
It's as a C. It's my best
Dude.
C. It's my best C.
How? Why?
It just really didn't age well. Like after a while, like
Age well, Dan. It's been like we've done it 4 months.
I know it's just like I don't know. Like over time, it's just.
I have half this album. I looked last night. I have 7 albums from this song on my phone. There's 7 songs.
7 songs for the album.
Yes.
I think I have all the tracks. It's just I usually skip past them.
I don't want to talk.
I think I got too heavy into Weezer before the concert, and then we went to the concert, and afterwards I was like, "Yeah,
Dan,
this is."
you were into it when we did the.
Where do you have it?
I have it. I have it as an A. This is my 3rd A. Yeah, like I just really enjoy this album, and I think it ages great. Like as long as you don't listen to it on repeat.
I think the lyrics are lacking. I think the only standout song lyrically is.
Oh yeah, I have this
Say
as
It Ain't So.
I have a 3 on lyricism. It's not like great.
Yeah. I think
I thought
instrumentally it's a little bit repetitive with its distorted power chords.
Dan,
I think
do you remember the last
presentations-
album we just listened to? Half that album is distortion. You're like, whoa! Half the albums we listened to are distortion, Dan.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like I don't know. Something about it just doesn't sit right with me anymore. I'm fine with putting it as a B. That's the highest I'll go.
Wow, you're so brave, Dan. You're so brave.
Where it is. Can you meet me on a B?
Yes, I can meet you on a B.
Okay.
Goodness gracious.
All right, Death Consciousness. That's A for me,
F.
baby.
I got that in F.
It plays that low.
Yes, dude. Okay, Death Consciousness. Then remember, this is the first album that we did that I legitimately didn't like. When we first did this, I was like, you know what, Teens and I is still a pretty good album. And then we did Death Consciousness, and I was like, Dan had me listen to Teens and I, like, I have faith. And I listened to it on the ride home, and I hated it. Dude, that literally made me mad the rest of the ride home. Like, almost blew out my speakers. I couldn't hear the guy. The music kind of sucks. Like, I hated this album. I still do, because remember, I was listening to it last night.
Yeah.
I didn't like it. So there's one song in there that starts off kind of cool, and then the rest of the album just whack. So what are we gonna do here, Dan? Because I have Death Consciousness, one presentation, one experience, composition 3, lyricism A 2, 7 points.
Really? Even
Yep,
when he broke down the lyrics, you didn't
yep,
like them?
didn't care
Wow.
because it bothers me so much when I can't hear the lyrics. I hate it.
Okay.
I hate it.
So I guess we have to put it at a C.
Yeah, luckily,
Damn.
lucky is C.
Damn.
Lucky, you
Hurts.
lucky.
Hurts.
That album is lucky to be in C.
Never mind. B.
B as well. It's my top B.
Okay.
So let's put it as a mid B.
Yeah.
I feel like we can settle on that pretty easy. Okay.
My Black Parade.
My Black Romance.
My Black Romance. Yeah.
D.
D.
I have it as my first D.
I have it as a D as well.
Okay.
All the pop punk felt D for me.
I didn't ask you.
Okay. What is this? Ziggy Stardust? Is that
Yep.
it?
Ziggy
Yeah.
Stardust. Where do you have it?
I have that as a C.
I have it as my last A.
Wow.
Yeah, I told you I really started loving this album after we listened to it.
Okay.
Because I gave it a really high. I think I gave this one presentation 5 because of the idea of it being like a story, and 4 for it just like for what it like made you feel throughout. I gave it a 4 on composition because I liked how the songs were different. I felt like it brought a lot to the table, and then had a 3 on. You moved this one around, didn't you?
Yeah, I moved it around a bit.
Interesting. What happened?
Well,
Because you have it as a 5 on lyricism. No, wait, that's Black Parade. Go down one. You have it as a 77.
Yeah, that's a C.
No one asked you.
um,
How? The C? Okay, it only lost, what, 3 points total, and that's a C? I don't like your grading scale. Because that's still like a good album.
yeah,
It's
I
a
mean,
5 on presentation, a 5 on lyricism.
Yeah.
It just didn't make you dance, so it's out of here.
I don't know if I'd listen to the whole album again. There's
Oh,
tracks
it
off it
doesn't
that
have
I like.
replayability.
Yeah, there's tracks off it I like.
That
I
just
don't know,
happens.
just
That's the
certain-
point of replayability. I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, since you have it as a C, I have it as A. I'd be fine with B, like a mid B.
Okay.
Would you be okay with that?
Yeah.
All right.
Alrighty. Spiderland.
Spiderland is my tied for first that we did.
Wow.
Yeah, I have this as my. I need to switch it in Dark Fantasy, but I have this as my second best off our whole tier list.
Okay. Yeah, definitely an A. That was an A for me.
We're gonna put it behind. I'd say in front of My Beautiful Dark Fantasy.
Okay.
And then we'll decide if it deserves to hop in front of Pimp a Butterfly later.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that.
Spiderland was just I grew on me more just because of the tracks, and I gave it a listen another time that I was driving home from somewhere, and like the experience. I have it as a 5 presentation. It's short, but everything is impactful. The last song minus the Yudoko Quarry, 5 for experience, and 5 for composition, 4 for lyricism. I thought their songs were great on there. Just some of the lyrics, they just didn't have a lot at some point. So I guess it was just I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean I like that. I love that album a lot. I listened to it once like a while ago, and then like a couple weeks before we did that show, I re-listened to it and like really really liked it.
Yeah.
The composition was just like
banging.
Everything about that album is just like really tight.
Yeah.
It's really hard to beat.
Yeah.
So good album. Demon Days.
C.
Wow.
I talked better about Demon Days than I actually felt about it.
Okay, interesting.
Like, I liked it when we broke it down because it made a lot of sense, but like, did I give this? Yeah, I don't have this as replayability. It's kind of like how you feel about Ziggy Stardust. Like, it's good, I have it ranking well in it's good in experience. I don't know why I didn't give it high presentation. I think presentation was fine because it tells the story. I think something about the ending I just wasn't a huge fan of. Um, I just gave it fours all the way across except for presentation. I
Okay.
just wouldn't listen to it again.
Yeah, that's fair.
What do you have? Oh wow, it almost had the clean sweep for you.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
lyrics aren't strong.
The
Yeah.
lyrics are a little bit weak at
Here,
times.
I'll do this. I'll
Um,
make an official modification. 4 in presentation, 3 in lyricism because there really wasn't anything special about the lyrics. It was
okay,
just more the composition that I think carried the album.
okay, cool.
So
So,
how do we put it on our tier?
um,
Because you have it as a mid A. I have
yeah.
it as my mid C.
So I guess B somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, let's see. Hold on. How do you have it? You have it. Mm, yeah. Okay. We might have to shuffle these around
Yeah.
when we get there.
Well, let's
You
just
know.
do the where each one is, which tier they're in, then we can decide in the tiers where things are.
Siamese Dream is my best album, and
Really?
you have it as a ending B.
Yeah. That's it.
Why?
Um.
I
Like,
know it's because of the lackluster ending. I know that.
yeah. There's just like some presentation stuff, like you said, the ending. I think the ordering of some of the songs was a little bit weird.
Yeah.
Um, the experience, um, there's like just like the songs. There's a couple songs just about like uh the abuse of like him as a child that just like don't really want to listen to super frequently.
Are you kidding me, Dan? Hang
I
on.
mean,
Let's
they're
see.
good songs,
Let's
but
see. I'm sorry. Half the albums on here are about like killing yourself, and you have them as like fives or murdering other people. You're like banging. Let's go.
it is bang. Um,
That makes me so mad.
I mean, I think composition wise, it's great. I think lyricism wise, it's great. I think I definitely would listen to it again. Um,
So you can't put that in A,
yeah,
like an end A.
yeah, I could do it. Anyway.
I'm so
That's
mad. What happened, Dan? What happened to us?
Try to
Oh,
make it spicy. There's some wild cards in.
all right. Well,
Funeral. You have
I,
it as F two.
I have it as the end of D.
End of D.
Yeah, because the thing is, I like one of the songs off there a lot, and like some of the songs, their sound is okay. Hold on, relax, relax. Put the gun down. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this.
Hmm.
I think that some of the songs you hate the lyrics, you hate the
The
songs.
lyrics bother me. The composition is like I think that's the only thing I gave it credit for. Even though like the composition wise, oh no, 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 I'm okay. Never mind. What is this album?
I have funeral. It's in out of
Oh,
order. It's Spiderland.
okay.
Yeah.
Um,
1132
yeah,
composition lyricism.
yeah.
I have it
Lyrics.
with a 1 at presentation, 3 in experience, 2 composition, and 2 lyricism. I gave it a little bit higher on experience because it is kind of emotional. Um, I thought because it's talking about the sister's family, I remember there's some pretty deep stuff about that. And it did like I thought it had good emotional carrying on that, which is something that I don't think an F would have. Like I don't think an F. I don't know. It doesn't seem like F material to
Well,
me.
okay. So, did you add any songs off the album to like your
I
ranking?
already had I already had the what is the one called? I had one in there, and then I added another one last night that I liked when I went back there and listened to it. So I have 2 off there, and it's like a 7, which is why I just didn't want to put it as an F because I personally can we put it as the last D and see how it falls?
Okay, that's fine.
And if we feel like it's F at the end, we'll go from there
Okay.
because we're gonna have some reshuffling to do.
Yeah.
Because
Um.
it's a lot, but then I feel like think about Uncle Jazz. Uncle Jazz is ending up as an F for both of us. I don't feel like it's anything like Uncle Jazz.
Yeah, I didn't add any songs off that album. That's one of the few albums that I didn't like
Did
anything
you add
on.
any off Astro Lounge, Dan?
I mean, yeah, All Star, of course. I think I might have added the weird Latin
Are
guitar
you
one,
serious?
just because I think
It
it's
was so
funny.
bad.
I just think it's funny. Hold on, let me see. Um,
We don't have a lot of bad ones on here. We're gonna have to start getting a little controversial.
No, I
We're,
don't. I actually don't have any songs. So
thank
never mind.
thank God.
All right. Yeah.
All right, so we'll move on. Got
College
college
Dropout.
dropout. I have it as a mid B.
That's exactly where I have it too.
Okay.
I do think it's better than My Dark Twisted Fantasy, though.
Are you kidding me? Is
No.
this a joke?
No, I think it's better. I think the songs are the only thing that really takes away from that album for me
Is this skits?
is the weird skits. But I think all the songs are solid. Every time I listen to them, I like them more. Whereas with the other one, it was like the opposite. Like every time I listened to it, there was something that just kind of bothered me more about it. Um,
I want
but
to
I don't
punch
know.
you in the face.
I think that like
I want
Kanye's lyricism
to
is really
punch
good.
you in the face.
All right, Sunbather.
I want to punch you in the face.
So where'd you rank Sunbather?
I have Sunbather as a D. I have it right um, right behind The Black Parade by My Chemical Romance.
Wow. Wow, really?
Yeah, 99 feels. You have it as an A towards the back end.
Yeah.
Sheesh. Well, I
Yeah.
would love to love Sunbather, but to want to love it, you have to also hear it.
Mm-hmm.
That's old Karate Kid.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. I mean, I really love that album. I
But
really
it
like the.
sucks. So congrats on having a terrible album.
Yeah, that's fine. Um. I don't know. It
You
almost
almost
got
has a
a.
clean sweep.
Yeah. Yeah. I think the experience is where it falls apart, just because like
Because you can't
Screamo.
hear it. Yes, that's right.
Screamo isn't my favorite.
Why does it win presentation? There's nothing special about how it's presented.
I think it
The
is.
ending is okay.
I think it's really consistent throughout. All right, I give it a 4 in presentation, but still saying
That doesn't change where it's at, Dave. That's not going to move it down a tier.
Still an A for me.
I'm going to punch you in the face.
Okay, so you really think that composition wise,
Yeah, I thought it was good.
yeah.
I like
So
told
wait,
you,
what
if
were
I
your
heard,
orders
if I
again?
could hear the words, I'd love the album.
Wow, wow.
It really bothers me when I can't hear the words.
But that's the point. Okay. No.
No, it's not the point, Dan. That's not the point. I make the rules.
Okay. All right. So where do you
Hold
want to
on.
put it?
Let's all right. Let's relax. Put down the guns. I'm thinking about if I would change my stance for you, but this is really hard because the songs are way too long for me.
Okay.
Which I tried to just let it go,
I agree with that. That they do drag at times.
and I can't understand it.
Mm-hmm.
So like, it's hard for the sound because I haven't added any of it to my library, as I don't like it because I can't hear anything, and everything's 10 minutes long. So I don't know how to move it up. Like Enema of the State is like the one that I think of as the bottom of my C because it's like I have songs added off that the sound is fine. Like there's something redeeming to it. Like the experience is like what you expect. Like I don't know. I don't know.
Hmm.
Why do you have it so high? If you don't like Screamo,
I don't like Screamo.
I like the
but-
lyrics. The lyrics I think it scored high for me on there too. I know I had lyrics as a 3 on there. I think lyrics were better than I marked it as.
Okay. Um. I think
If you
that
can sell me on it, I would be fine with moving it up. But I just need to be sold on it.
I think the brutal nature of both the instrumentals and the lyrics
Mm-hmm.
contrasted with the mellow parts of the song,
Which are
throughout,
cool.
the slow instrumental breaks. I think it shows just like the dichotomy and confusion of the singer, the emotional turmoil.
Are you reading this off something?
No.
Okay.
Um, I think that just it is it kind of redeems Screamo for me because a lot of the
You
time I
can't
think
even hear it
Screamo
if you wanted to.
I think Screamo combined with the instrumentals, I think a lot of the time it just kind of comes across as so loud that it seems like they're trying to hide something. Whereas with this album, it's clear that they're very talented and that they're purposely doing the screamo aspect and the metal instrumentals purposely to sell the lyrics.
I don't want to be a sellout. Um, I, I would listen to this way over Death Consciousness any day.
Okay.
I would listen to that album 100 times back. The only thing is, I don't think I would listen to it more than I would listen to Demon Days because I like 3 of the songs off Demon Days. I like half of Ziggy Stardust, big time, and then Grant Weezer. And
Mm.
like, Dan, you can't expect me to rank it above any of that, Dan.
Okay.
Dan, you can't expect that of
So,
me. You can't.
so do you want to do high C or low B?
Let's do the highest C, and then when we reshuffle, maybe we can find a home for it.
Okay.
But that's a maybe. Because this is way too generous. Because remember, I hated Death
Yeah.
Consciousness, and that's sitting at a C.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
let's just put Matt's at an F, and then scoot everything up once. Sorry,
Yeah.
Matt. I made the rules. Let's just
All
put
right.
one more in the.
So Astro Lounge.
Yeah, I have it as an F.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have
That's
it as
right.
an F.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I don't need to say.
But it's a experience. What I put it as, I have it as a 3 as an experience because oh golly gee if it ain't something.
Yeah, I'd probably rank it higher in experience. I have it as 2, but yeah,
So that
definitely
would put
3.
it the same as Funeral for you, which is if you bumped it up. So yeah, okay. All right, well that was easy.
Yeah. Um. So then Uncle Jazz.
Uncle, put it on the worst. Matt Watson. I don't know what you were thinking, but you really messed us up with that one. Not a good album, man. What? Your album was way better. I don't know
True.
if that was your inspiration, but if that was, you blew it out the water because that album was super boring.
Yeah.
It was way too long. They literally revisited their songs at the end of the album. That's how long the album was. And the lyrics. Did I give this a 0 on the lyrics? I gave it a 0 on a 0 on presentation, a 0 on experience, a 1 on composition for a couple cool song soundings, and then a 0 on lyricism.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a 2 on composition and a 1 on lyricism.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Composition, I only gave it a 2 because of those couple songs where like they
It was
showed
really
that they
cool.
were talented.
Yeah, they could do the thing, but they just didn't.
Yeah.
They blew it.
Yeah, they blew it.
They blew it.
Just like maybe if a song came on in the elevator, I wouldn't be too upset. But like that's
Yeah, but I'm never.
literally the
Dude,
only.
replayability is a -10 on that one.
Yeah.
If I could take away more points from that, I would.
Okay. So
We're on the home stretch now.
in the airplane over the sea. I have it as a high A.
I know it's your third best on here.
Yeah.
This is the back end of my B.
Okay.
This is I talked about this in the last episode. I feel like I like this more at the time breaking it down, but like revisiting it, I just haven't like gotten into it. I It's good. It's a good album. I have it 2 for presentation because I didn't think it was anything special. I
No.
think you like the ending. Yeah, you loved how it was presented. I thought the
Well, yeah, but don't you think that presentation,
you have to
like,
let me see this track list.
all the songs kind of share this central theme, and like they all are about like Anne Frank and like reincarnation, just like all that. Like, there's definitely a theme to the album.
Oh, oh, my buddy asked me to go to a party, and he said party at my house at 7:30, and I just never text him back. He said heard.
All right.
Zoinks! Well, I got
Yeah,
bigger and better things to do right now.
it's
Hold
the
on.
finale, baby.
Can I see in the aeroplane over the sea? Let me see this track listing. Because maybe we can do this, Dan. Maybe. King of Carrot Flowers is an okay opening. I didn't think it was great. Remember, I didn't even like I liked the first part, but the whole together thing I wasn't a fan of, and I didn't like the two-headed boy ending. That's where it lost it for me because I didn't like two-headed boy really to begin with, and it's not my genre, so I think that's why I didn't rank it. But I know how good the album is.
Okay.
Like I think I have it. I have it. Oh, okay. I did this album kind of dirty. Hold on. I have it as
Didn't you rank it high?
I have it as a 5.
Or
Yeah, I
like,
had it at the back end of my A because of where I ranked it, but then I needed to readjust it because I just felt like I didn't like it that much.
okay.
But since I had it there, I feel like for the sake of it, I would be okay with it going there. I'm not going to argue that hard about it.
Okay.
But I think like maybe around Siamese Dream. He's better watch
Yeah,
your mouth.
I'm fine putting it at the end of it.
Okay.
I think I like it more than Siamese Dream.
Oh wow.
But
I ranked this one way too high.
Bleed American?
Yeah. Dude, I had this in the middle of my B.
Really?
Yeah. And it's not even that good, like as an album. The hits on it are really good.
Yeah.
Um, score is high for me on composition, just because of the different like how different the singles are and how like they all take on a different like form. The middle is so catchy. There's Bleed American, the actual song off there. The lyrics weren't anything special. Um, Presentation, I gave it a 2. I didn't even think I thought a 3 was too high because remember how the ending
That's
kind of
true.
sucks. It like fades out.
Yeah.
Um, so I think I would be okay. If you want to put us in C, would you be okay with this as a C at the back of a C, or do you need to go D, Dan?
I think I need to go D.
Why?
It's like I think it just like has
Because I could be
too
sold on a
many
D.
highs and lows.
Let
Because
me.
like the hits off it are good. There's like one or two sleeper tracks, but then the rest is just like, oh man, life's annoying. Girls are annoying. It's like breakup
Okay, Dan.
tracks.
Okay, sure thing, bro. It's. Oh, I thought it was only 5 songs. Yeah, because the ending is fades out really bad.
Yeah, they
Um,
like front loaded it too,
yeah,
right?
they
Aren't like
did.
all their
It's
hits on
Bleed
it?
American, a praise chorus, the middle, sweetness. The first half of the album bangs.
Hmm.
The rest of it, oh yeah. I would be okay putting in a D just for the fact that the back half sucks.
Okay.
Because I don't even think I gave this replayability.
Okay.
Oh no, I did. Okay, no, that's why I gave this replayability, but it really doesn't have it.
Okay.
But I think it's a top of D. I think it's better
Yeah,
than
I'm fine putting
Black
it as D.
Parade.
I agree.
All right. The Shags. We have this in the exact same spot.
Yeah,
The back end of
back
D.
of D.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Um,
You want to say a little bit why we think it's not an F album?
yeah. I mean, like honestly, just because it's funny. Like it's
Yeah,
funny
haven't
how much
experienced
they
this
messed up
3.
on it.
Yeah, I've experienced this 3. Presentations 2. I thought that I even gave composition a 2 just because of how interesting it was. I had lyricism as the 1. Yeah, dude, I like
Yeah.
this whole thing was just
Yeah.
it was rough.
Yeah.
But I didn't think it was F because like it
No.
was interesting enough.
Yeah. I can't remember if I gave it a replayability. I don't think
You
so.
gave it replayability.
No, I definitely didn't.
Okay, I was gonna say
Okay.
you're crazy.
But like there are songs off of it that I do listen to just because they're like really funny. My pal Foot Foot, really funny how like
You
bad that
actually
song
listen to it
is.
unironically.
Um, Occasionally, yeah, just makes me laugh when I'm in like a bad mood. I put it on. I'm like, man, at least I didn't make that, huh? Um,
Freak.
yeah, I don't know. I think it's funny. I think it's
Yeah,
like
it's funny.
there's enough on it that like it's definitely not enough.
Yeah, that's why I would say the same thing. So we got 4 more left, and then we
Yeah,
got to go back to the
yeah.
lab.
So songs for the deaf.
This is like mid A. You have
Okay.
it as your back end A.
Yeah, so we can put it.
Oh yeah, hold on. Oh boy. Nah,
Do you
you
think above
know. No,
Siamese
it's
Dream?
definitely under. I don't know how you could put that above. Why would you put that above Siamese Dream?
I
Okay,
just like the concept of
if it goes over Airplane Over the Sea, I'm in. Whatever it takes.
it. Okay.
That's fine. I will. Those are my
All
trade
right.
offs. It goes over Airplane to the Sea, and it's under Siamese Dream. That is the exchange that I will have there.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Because you're right, the presentation aspect of it really cool. So a
Yeah.
lot of good songs off there. They try a lot of different things. The lyrics aren't as strong, but
Hmm.
the rest of it's really good.
All right. That's fair.
Now,
Death Grips.
I feel like we're not that. No, we're far apart.
Where'd you put it?
I had it barely above Enema of the State.
Interesting. Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Because you got to remember, Dan, I only like 2 of the songs off the album.
Mhm.
Like I really like those 2
Yeah.
songs, but the rest of the album I did not like.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. You gotta let it sit.
I have it.
It's like fine wine. You
If
have to
you
let it age a
asked me this a week from now, I probably would like it better. But where I have it right now, and with that being said, I'm okay with ranking it a little bit higher.
bit. Okay.
Um, I um,
Can you swing a B for it?
I would swing a B.
Okay.
Yeah, because I have it. Composition is a 4.
Hmm.
It has a lot of different sounding songs. I think it's cool.
Yeah.
I have it as a lyricism as a 5. Obviously, like we talked about, dude's an awesome songwriter.
Hmm.
The experience for me was just kind of low.
Okay.
Um, it was the same kind of feeling throughout, and I didn't really, even though I was trying to put the fact I didn't really like the like it. I was trying to think about it as, but I just conveyed mostly the same thing for me
Hmm.
in the presentation. I didn't really
Yeah.
think it was anything special. Can I see your rankings for it? How you have
Yeah.
it?
I think I gave it 100. Yeah, I did. Realistically, I could probably drop presentation just because it is a collection of singles.
Yeah, I didn't think it was
Like I don't
anything
think
like
I
there wasn't
probably
a
like a 4 on
conveying
presentation.
theme in it. I just thought that
Yeah.
it was just some.
Yeah. I mean, they kind of hit on the similar themes throughout, but I don't know. It's not really. It's more of a collection of singles, definitely.
I would swing a B.
Okay.
Where at B though?
We'll get to that later. We'll do that in a second.
B, B,
Maybe.
maybe, maybe.
Okay. So, Enema of the State.
It's my last C on here. Where do you
Last
have it?
C.
Your mid D.
Yes.
Oh wow, we got a lot
Top
in
D.
D.
Yeah. I'm fine with putting it as a C.
Really?
Yeah.
Would you put that over a C over? Oh wow. Okay, that's
I
fine.
put it.
I get it as the
I
back
think
C.
out of all the pop punks,
Okay.
it's
Yeah,
the best.
that's fine.
All right. Most recent. You won't get what you want. Have it as A.
Have it as an F.
Wow. Okay.
It was stupid.
Okay.
It was cool. It was also stupid.
Okay. I'm fine with putting it as a C, honestly.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, I thought that was gonna be a lot harder.
Okay.
Because I thought lyricism was cool. Experience was I could give it a little higher in experience. Composition, I thought the songs kind of ran in the same. There was cool elements and instrumentals were cool, but I thought that the sound didn't differentiate itself enough. Like I kind of ran out of ways to describe it because I was really putting sounds like the last song, but this. I just didn't think there was a lot of expansion
Yeah.
in it, which is why I don't know. I probably it probably realistically isn't an F, but I just didn't like it very much.
Yeah. That's fine. I
Why did you
think
give it
that.
an A? Because your A is pretty stacked. I feel like some
Yeah.
of your A's should be
Yeah. I could
B's.
probably. Realistically, I'd probably put it as a high B.
Yeah.
I think I like it more. I'd probably put it at the top of B if I had to
Interesting.
reorder.
Would you put it higher than car seat headrest? Like even if you
Yeah.
reordered it?
Uh-huh. I think that like the experience alone really knocks it up.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
Yeah, that's why.
I think it just kind of falls apart in replayability. It's not something that I really want to listen to all the time.
Would you listen? Well, Death Consciousness shares like similar themes, but do you think Death Consciousness is more replayable than that?
Yeah, I think it's a little bit less abrasive, and I think that the
Racist.
yeah, I think that the
The
it's a little bit more
dog's trying to get in.
consistent as well. I think that like whatchamacallit, with Death Consciousness, I think that it really the thing that I like most about Death Consciousness is that like it is truly indie, like they made it in their bedroom. I think that plays a large role.
Yeah, I don't care.
Okay. It's like Ash versus Evil Dead. Or not. The Evil Dead series. Where like really good, but it's elevated by the fact they made it on no budget.
I don't care.
Okay. So um
Oh my gosh.
do you want to come to a consensus on best album first?
Okay,
Or do you want to rearrange stuff?
let's do best album.
Okay.
Oh no, you're right. Let's rearrange.
Okay.
Let's rearrange.
Let's work from the bottom up then.
Okay.
We're gonna rearrange. So F,
Okay.
definitely Astro
Yep.
Launch. Do we want to drop anything from D down? I still want to put Funeral in F. That's really the only one that I feel like belongs there. I'm not a huge fan of Black Parade.
I'm not either.
I think that like the
Wait a
fact
second.
that
Oh no, we can't do that.
I think the fact that like I just listened to it a lot in high school kind of elevates it for me. I think nostalgia plays a large role in that.
You remember whenever anybody famous would die and they're like, "Can they take Justin Bieber instead?" Can they take the Black Parade instead? Can F take the Black Parade? What about the Black Parade is redeeming? Because I
I
have it
think
as my top D, but I don't know why. I haven't
okay.
saved this song off
I
there.
think that as an album, it's interesting. I think there's enough central themes. There's enough of a through line to
Yeah, okay.
justify being
Fine,
an
put it in
album.
F, put it in F, put Funeral in F, fine.
Okay,
F for Funeral.
okay. F for Funeral. We'll put it as above Astro Lounge.
Okay, that's fine.
D's.
Nuts.
I think it's fine. Yeah, I'm just ignoring you. D's.
Super
Do you
fun.
want to move them around?
You
Or
want to really make some people mad? No,
no?
never mind. You won't agree to it. No.
What?
Uh no, it's okay. I don't really mean that. I'm just trying to be controversial. I was gonna say let's put the Shags in front of the Black Parade. I just really want to dump all over the Black Parade. I don't know why, but if we're gonna be a respectable album club community, we probably need to leave Black Parade above the Shags.
I'm doing it.
Hey,
I
we
think
don't
it's
need to be
funny.
a
I think
respectful.
it's funny. It's too good, dude.
I will tell you, I will listen to the Shags before I will listen to anything off My Chemical Romance, other than or
Interesting.
off the Black Parade, other than that one song,
The first
"Welcome to
song,
the Black
yeah.
Parade." Yeah. Other than
Yeah,
that, the
that
whole
is
album can go.
that is
See
true.
ya.
I kind of agree. Yeah,
See
I
ya.
think that first song just
That's
really
it.
really solid, and then like
The rest of them kind of suck.
yeah, the rest of them are fine.
Kind of suck.
Kind of suck.
It's below the Shags now. They suck.
True.
So Jimmy Eat World is the best D, and that's because it fell apart. That's not our fault.
Yeah, it just kind of fell apart. I don't really want to. The replayability gets hurt by that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't really sit through the whole album again.
I would listen to it again, but I also understand that's because I like the first half so much. I'm
Yeah.
kind of just ignoring how much I wouldn't like the second half.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. D.
Now
I have a lot of problems with, but
Oh,
I
D or
understand where you
C?
stand. Or C.
All right. Well, let's talk
C.
C because
Okay.
we can probably move something around here.
Yeah.
Not Death Consciousness.
Okay. Yeah.
I feel so bad because, dude, Dan's how many? Wait, every song in this but Enema of the State is in Dan's A. This is Dan really loves
Dude,
this
I
category.
love Death Consciousness. I think it's really good.
Yeah, but I feel like if we showed it to other people, I feel like it might just be your personal bias, Dan. Because you really think it stands that strong on its own?
Yeah.
Like, does the music community think it's the greatest album of all time like you do? No, they don't. That album sucks.
It's really good. Dude, the lyrics are really good.
Yeah,
like,
but you can't hear them. You can't hear
you
the
can.
lyrics.
If you listen to it enough times, you can definitely pick it out.
That's because
Sing
you've been
along to it.
brainwashed by the media.
Yeah, yeah. Of Death Consciousness, the biggest band in the world.
Okay.
Is there anything you can
B or B.
raise?
Sunbather. I'm in on the raise of Sunbather.
Okay.
Now that I think about it, I would take Sunbather above Demon Days, but I don't know if you would. Would you do that? You have it above. Oh no, you don't. Okay, you can't let that happen.
I don't know.
Uh-oh.
I don't know. I'll come back to that. B is where we need the most work.
Yeah, we got to figure.
Because we got to order the B. So, do you think the first two, Car Seat Headrest and Nirvana? I feel like that's a hot take.
What?
That Car Seat Headrest is better than Nirvana.
Yeah, I was okay with dropping Car Seat Headrest a little bit.
Okay.
We both have it as I have it as a top C. You have it as a best B.
Yeah.
I think it needs to move around a little bit.
Yeah,
but
I think
you also have it that way on your list.
Yeah, but realistically,
whoa, Dan, we got a problem here. Your B's, your first three B's match these three B's.
Yeah,
that's too much personal bias, Dan. You have ruined this list.
Okay, I'm fine with dropping. I think out of that list. Okay, all right. Let me rearrange my thoughts.
Hold on. Let's
Nirvana. I think that's way more consistent.
Mm-hmm.
I think that when I listen to that through to review it, a lot more of it resonated. Like I think there's only a couple. No, maybe I did add the whole thing. Hold on.
Oh wow.
No, I didn't add all of it. Let's see. I haven't been.
But some of those there's still some good ones on there that you didn't add.
Yeah.
Like Drain You, we listen to all the time.
Drain You is
Breathe
good.
is good.
Yeah, I need to add that.
I want to play
Breathe is
this.
good.
Yeah, there's like yeah.
They grow on me a lot. Stay Away, Lounge Act are both kind of lackluster. Endless Nameless is
Yeah, I
lackluster.
don't like this song either.
But at the same time, as uh, things go on, the Car Seat Headrest, Teens of Denial, I really only listened to like a
Yeah,
couple
Teens of
of them.
Denial didn't. I don't know. It never resonated with me in the same way because I didn't really like it that much. I mean, if you go back and listen to it, like I thought it was cool. Dan, you have the whole album pretty
I do
much.
have the whole album. But I don't really like Destroyed by Hippie Powers.
This
Not
is
What
the
I Needed
important
isn't
stuff.
that great. Unforgiven Girl, meh. The last half goes really good. Cosmic Hero, Ballad of Custom
Gotta
Recorded.
fix the hat.
Connect the Dots, okay. Joe Goes to School is fine. I don't know.
Do you
I
think?
think Nirvana definitely more. I think I respect Nirvana more than Car Seat Headrest.
Okay, so
Definitely.
now
So then Car Seat Headrest versus Kanye West.
I am okay. Okay, so Kanye West. You do have it, Kanye West, lower than them on the list.
Hmm.
I feel like the skits are probably what doesn't sell you. How about this?
I think Kanye West is more had more of an impact.
Okay,
So I'm fine with putting that.
I have an idea. What if we flip money? We do the money heist. That was called
Money Star.
money, whatever, dude. Um, here and then here. Like, what if we flip those two?
Okay.
I would be fine with that.
Okay. Yeah, that works. That's fine for me.
That's a trade off.
All right.
And I'm sure you think, yeah, that's probably
Weezer.
where that ends there.
Yeah.
Um,
Ziggy Stardust.
Ziggy Stardust. Let me take a personal view at Ziggy Stardust because you had it as
Okay.
a C, right?
Yeah. I like a couple songs off there. I mean, like
I have
the
Moon Age Daydream,
Moon Age Daydream is
Starman, It
great.
Ain't Easy, Hang On to Yourself. Um,
I have Rock and Roll Suicide, Ziggy Stardust, and Moon Age Daydream.
it ain't easy. Where's the? Okay, there's. Oh wow, but there's a lot on there I don't have.
Hmm.
I hate Suffragette City. I would be okay with moving it down. I think I might have overrated it a little bit because of how much I liked those songs and the fact that felt like a lot for me to take off.
Okay.
Um, I would be fine dropping that.
To a C.
Yeah, I would
Okay.
be fine with that.
All right. So now, where in the C does it belong? Is it the top C? I think it's better than Enema of the State,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
but I think Death Consciousness is
Yeah, of
better.
course. You think Death Consciousness is crazy. We're just not going to be able to agree there.
Yeah.
Can we just make a separate column for that one that we just aren't able to agree on it? Just put
No,
it
that's too
there.
much of a cop. I'll
Yeah.
put Ziggy Stardust first.
Okay. Well, because
Um,
I think the impact of Ziggy Stardust
that's
is
true.
pretty
Yeah.
banging too.
Hmm. Yeah,
Um,
definitely started the whole like glam rock era.
the only
A little bit of
impact
hard rock,
only
and
impact
like
Death
punk as
Consciousness had.
well.
Hey,
What?
only impact Death Consciousness had was blowing my car speakers. That's the
That's a
only
good
impact.
impact. um, yeah. All right.
All right, so I feel like we still need to tidy up the end
Yeah.
of that.
So Weezer, Demon Days, Sunbather. I'm kind of fine with that order.
Okay. If you are, I am. I don't think anything really needs to drop. Because I mean, I feel like we have reviewed a lot of B albums.
Yeah.
Um, I would say let's drop Weezer to the back, but like I think Weezer was so good, and that album is so like legendary that
Hmm.
like you might have gotten tired of the songs, but like the songs are still good, Dan.
That's fair.
Like just think about what's in there. Like say it ain't so. Only in dreams. Hold on, I was
Only
just
in
looking at
Dreams
this
is
last
good.
night.
Yeah.
Hold on.
My name is Jonas.
Yeah. Okay.
Uh, in the Garage isn't that great.
Let's see. Thank you. Thank you very much. Um,
No one else isn't that great.
Undone.
The World Has Turned and Left Me Here is fine.
What about Only Oh?
Surfax America is fine. That's the one that's just a ripoff of.
Okay, the reason
Holiday
that
Song.
I have such a problem with Demon Day is because there's so much other stuff that I didn't like on there. Like, how much of Demon
Yeah.
Days do you have saved? Do you have the whole album saved?
Yeah.
You like every song on there.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm fine with switching those because I can't say that I like every song on Weezer on the Blue album,
Okay.
and I do like some of it off Demon Days.
Okay.
So that's fine.
All right.
Yeah,
So you ready to move on?
yeah.
All right. A's.
I think Spiderland should be the best album off here.
I agree. I think that's a good compromise. I think we both like that a lot.
Yeah, because just I don't know why, but To Pimp a Butterfly didn't resonate with me enough that I thought it was good,
Mm-hmm.
but it just wasn't my favorite off here, and I feel like
Okay.
we are high enough on there. You want to get crazy here?
Sure.
No, we can't get that crazy. I'm starting to agree with your take about My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy because I don't know. There's also some stuff on there I don't like.
Okay. Like, get rid of Runaway. Take Runaway out of that album. What is the next song that really stands out to you? That you're like, wow, that's a
Power and Hell of a
power is
Life,
good.
but I
Okay.
think that's it.
Okay.
Wait, is it Stronger or Power?
Power.
Okay.
I like Power a lot. I think that's one of Kanye's best too.
Yeah, I would be okay with moving it towards the back of that.
Okay.
I think I kind of agree with you. I think that it was more. College Dropout was impactful too, though.
Yeah.
Man,
I think College Dropout had more of an impact than My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy
yeah,
did. Cause like My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy is more Kanye copying people like Tyler the Creator who are doing the industrial rap.
yeah. Definitely is more industrial,
And
and
then
the
like
singles off my College Dropout are so good. Like
mhm,
just listen to them last night. Like just
yeah, there's
revisit
so
them.
many
They're
iconic
they're
tracks.
good.
Yeah. Um
Do you do you want to switch it?
switch.
Do you want to switch them?
Okay. I can switch it.
Okay, yeah, we can do that.
All right.
Does that make you feel better?
That makes me feel better, yeah.
I'm fine with In the Airplane Over the Sea. We both really like Songs for the Deaf, so I feel like that's
Yeah.
fine there. You're not as
Mhm.
high on Siamese Dream, so I don't think it needs to move up higher. Do you,
Do you want to switch? Do you want to do To Pimp a Butterfly, Songs for the Deaf, College Dropout, Airplane Over the Sea, Siamese Dream?
can't do that.
No. Okay.
Siamese Dream, dude. Siamese Dream has so many good songs though. You're okay. This is too far. You just try to take advantage of me. You just try to pull a fast one over me. You were trying to sneakily get. Were you just trying to flip College Dropout and Siamese Dream?
No.
Oh, dude, you have like half of that album.
I
You
do
have,
have half that album.
and Cherub Rock is good too. That
I think I
technically,
have that somewhere else.
yeah, I think so too. And Quiet is just a good song. It's just such a good album.
I do really like Mayonnaise,
Like that back half is
Space
good.
Boy.
Like that little group in there, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Luna just is a really is a not a good ending. Like it's cool, but it just was
Yeah.
lackluster. You know what?
Are you fine with that order? Or do you think Kanye should go higher? I know you're not as hot on
Yes.
Airplane of the Sea.
Yeah. If you're comfortable flipping those,
Okay.
I think we should. I, hmm.
But Airplane of the Sea was ahead of its time as well.
True. You know what? That might be just too difficult for us to touch.
Yeah. I think just keep it. All right.
Wow.
So are you happy with the list? I think it looks good.
I think it looks good. I think Slint as a best album
Yeah.
is good.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was just a good consensus pick
Yeah, definitely.
because songs for the deaf I just feel like didn't. It's really good, but it's not as good as Slint, right? It's not as good as Spiderland.
Definitely not.
Okay. All right. Started to creep into my mind there a little bit, so I just need a little reaffirmation. You definitely wouldn't put that over To Pimp a Butterfly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Our B is a little crowded, but I feel like none of those albums deserve just average
Yeah.
because
They're all above average.
say
But like
it.
all the albums I think the only bad albums we reviewed are F and Worst Album.
Yeah.
I think all
Yeah.
the other albums are
We just have a lot of high
good.
quality in ours. Um, yeah, we're just looking at it like we really reviewed all these albums though.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy. That's a lot of albums.
All
And
right.
and we do it again.
Mm-hmm.
So that's it. Best album, Spiderland. Worst album, Uncle Jazz. Matt Watson, what were you thinking? Big homie.
Yeah. Um, so the final rankings, in case you just listened along, we're gonna post a picture on our Twitter, so make sure to follow that. Um, we will probably take a break and then pick up season 2 beginning next semester.
Yeah. Yeah. Wait, real quick. You're right. For the audio version, let's go through it and give the full rankings real quick.
Okay.
So, best album is
Spiderland
Spiderland
by
by
Slint.
Slint. Let's go back
And
and
then,
forth.
okay. So then it is To Pimp a Butterfly
In the
by
A
Kendrick
tier.
Lamar.
Yeah, in the A tier.
Yeah.
Then it's Songs for the Deaf, Queens of the Stone Age.
Siamese Dream by Smashing Pumpkins.
In the Aeroplane Over the Sea by
Neutral Milk Hotel.
Neutral Milk Hotel.
The College Dropout by Kanye West.
And then to start the B tier, it's Nevermind by Nevermind by Nirvana.
Mm-hmm. And then The Money Store by Death Grips.
My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy by Kanye West.
Teens of Denial by Car Seat Headrest.
Demon Days by Gorillaz.
The Blue Album, aka Weezer's self-titled album.
Yep.
By Weezer, obviously.
Oh no, what is this one? It's
Sunbather.
Sunbather by who?
Deaf Haven.
Deaf Haven, there we go.
Deaf Heaven, I guess.
Oh, we did that again.
Yeah. That's fine. I like calling them Deaf Haven. Ziggy Stardust by David Bowie.
And that starts off the C column.
Yep.
Ziggy Stardust. Then it's my note. Death. What is the album called?
Death Consciousness.
Death Consciousness by
Have a Nice Life.
Have a Nice Life. Whatever.
Yep.
Whatever.
And then Enema of the State by Blink 182.
You
won't get what you want.
You won't get what you want by Daughters.
Mm-hmm. Bleed American by Jimmy Eat World.
That starts off the D column, and after that is The Philosophy of the World by the Shags.
And then The Black Parade by My Chemical Romance. Yep.
Then start off the F, it's Funeral by Arcade Fire.
And then Astro Lounge by Smash Mouth.
Worst album, Uncle Jazz. Who sings that?
Men I Trust.
Oh, yeah. False. And then not included is Ouch by Matt Watson and A Crow
Looked at Me by Mount Erie.
So that's it. Pretty good rankings. He's going to post it on Twitter. Yep. It's on the Twitter account. Feel free to make your own. Send them to us. We'd love to have an interlude where we just dump on people's rankings because that would be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
All right.
That's you, Dan.
Well, thank you all for listening.
What a great season.
It has been a very good season. Thank you to Evan Newton, my co-host, for helping me out with the show. It's been a blast. And we hope you listening at home feel the same way. And are excited for season 2.
I just realized. Who picks first on season 2?
You do. You started off.
It's going to be Bleach by Nirvana.
Okay. All right. So you have the entire winter to listen to Bleach by
Nirvana. Yeah, I guess the whole winter. Yeah, I guess so.
So
definitely. If you didn't listen to any of these before, we are giving you the chance of like a month and a half to go listen to Bleach. But thank you all for listening. Yes. Support. Keep doing your thing.
Yeah. All the albums are great. We got a hard time ranking them.
Okay, be careful with that.
They definitely are all worth the listen.
I don't know if I'd listen to Uncle Jazz.
Yeah, just skip that one.
Yeah, fair enough.
All right. Well, we will see you later.
Fax man out.
Alrighty. Cool.
Gotta stop recording.